on Inferno.
You know what's coming, Harry. You better do it to him right here. Get ready.
It's the drop. Everyone, get on. Oh, it's not. Oh, they started flickering the lights. They're flickering
it's going
everything.
blue. It's old school ESL.
This has to be it. This has to be it.
There we go. Trace has got it down to a T. On your feet, ladies and gentlemen. Inferno, the second map in this series, and it's Astralis, it's ENCE, and there's no place you'd rather be.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. And everything in between. Hugo, Harry, and myself being Trace. We're going to be jumping into Inferno between Astralis and ENCE. Quick B push here from the side of Astralis. Looking to fight over Inferno. Looking to take control of this map early on and really show the presence early on this T side. That really could be the game changer.
Grenades galore for Astralis in this round. In X7, he's going to whip every single shot. Sunny has got to make up for it. He's got to be the savior here for ENCE, or the B site might be ruptured. That's a big kill. Bomb dropped. Aerial at his side to try and defend. Astralis using their grenades to little effect here. They will force this player out. Oh, Glaive getting dinked by his teammate. Finished off as well. Magist will find the kill that opens up the B site eventually. The triple setup from ENCE decimated. And it comes at a cost, but Astralis, they're not even going to commit off the back of that smoke. They're going to sneak their way back towards A. I like that. Drawing Alu into the site. He'll realize in a second, Sergey's got to go huge.
Yeah, it's gross. It's dirty. Let's see if Sergey can dry clean these Danes. He does manage to get the first man down. And now they know. They know that Astralis are coming back towards A. Alu's on a long rotation, so Sergey is the man that we're keeping an eye on, and he is getting pressured. Sunny, or Alu rather, now emerging over towards long. But he is smoked off and just has to try and reroute over here towards the short side. They're already watching it, and Zipnix has his number. Astralis, they're going to get themselves the pistol.
Yeah, great rotation from them as well. Sergey, he almost has a really, really sick round. He gets that kill up long. He even sneaks through the motor smoke into the site before Astralis get through apartments. But they took so long there, and they were able to isolate him, deal with him in the corner, and Alu couldn't assist because of that moto smoke. So, yeah, nice rotation from Astralis. A couple of missed shots up the top of Banana. Sometimes it do be like that. And, yeah, pistols can be fickle in Counter-Strike as much as they can be incredible. Rolling that dice. Astralis, they are running the gauntlet up towards this A site. Look at the fast mid approach. Flash up. There's a heavy setup here for ENCE. Grenades going in. Good damage, but nothing too significant. No long smoke. Dry fights here for Astralis, and the Eagles can seriously take away their lives. Mac-10's running around the corner, though, jumping and landing kills. Astralis in a 4-on-2. This should be theirs, especially with that motor smoke and Zipnix. He's not going to take the risk of going through that. Not yet, at least, but as I say that, just creeping through the center of it, and he's locked himself in a cubby as well. Knows where both these players are. Ooh, takes a second, but he gets it done. And Sunny, he's all about saving.
He certainly has to be. He's going to tuck tail, try to run it out. Does look like they potentially want to punish that as well. So this round in the bag, 2-0, and now Sunny just trying to save the Deagle. Almost gets the kill there on the device, but that's just not how it all worked out at the end of the day now, is it, Harry Russell?
No, it wasn't. It's an Astralis round. They get that conversion. ENCE have actually been pretty good with these little force buys that they've been cobbling together. I think one thing they do a good job of is just kind of, it's almost like they relish in the chaos, you know? Like they really do just create these chaotic situations where you know the comms are garbage for Astralis. You're doing all this fast, aggressive plays, and it's been working for them, but not in that round there. Mid-rush, and lots of damage done to the ENCE side. This mid play gets torn apart, and Device is just going to pad those stats there with 4.
Really fast rounds. But now we're set up for quite the show here from ENCE. They're going to have some weapons going forward, and that's going to help at least to maybe get them into this game.
Standard start, though. 3-0 lead on the T side. Here's the gun round from ENCE. They get the AWP in early, which is nice. It took them till the 5-0 before they could get the AWP back on the start of Dust 2. Oh, Aerial forcing fights down middle. He's pushed up. How is that not a kill? Doesn't drag down, just too little. And Device is going to be able to get that first frag. Astralis somehow in a man advantage position despite the aggression. Sergey going to be forced back, and with a long smoke landing, he has got to retreat. Dupree also dinked and gets away with another frag. This is so unfortunate for ENCE, but it's how the cookie crumbles. Even fakes the drop. trying to force a re-peek into Boiler, but it's been mollied off by his teammate. No one here for the time being. B is empty, as Bastion shows us, but Astralis are yet to realize that. You can see they're clearing out close logs. They're making sure that ENCE haven't pushed down Banana, so very wary that this Banana has enemies nearby.
Yeah, it's good that we saw the M4 and the Galil get these kills early because, you know, we see the impact that, you know, obviously ENCE, they don't buy the head armor. Well, normally that doesn't matter, but with the Galil still in play and the M4 retrieved, that actually led to the death of both of those players there. Astralis, they've got the B-bomb site if they go knocking. And with the bombs still at Banana, they look like they're going to. They've dropped that into Device's hands. Alu has now started to try and clear these apartments. Rotations coming in from Sunny. Smoke's going in towards B. He sees all this. It's a fake, though. That bomb's going back. So Sunny's here alone.
Oh,
bomb's now dropped. Alu doubling down. Bomb over in mid. There's 20 seconds. Astralis, they might need to get kills because that bomb, no one's grabbed it. No one's got it. It's a disaster. They both ran into the bomb site, and it's all falling apart. ENCE, they could get this. Sunny's just got to survive, and he knows it. He's running. He's running away. 7 seconds, and as fast as they are, it's not going to be fast enough. Surely he's dodged them. ENCE.
Wow.
First round on the board. And quite the fashion to get it done in.
You could see Sunny processing that, like, okay, where could they be? How far could they be? And where should I go? Library was the perfect position. If he goes anywhere else, he has to fight. And chances are Astralis are able to take him down in that round. So Library was the spot. He had a player coming up long, another man in CT. But the real credit as well has to go to Alu. Fighting deep down middle and taking both guns away from Astralis, dropping the bomb. The trade from Dupree in the Boiler is too little too late. It comes in, but it doesn't matter. And ENCE get their first round on the board, but it is costly, and the utility is lacking as a result.
That it is. Still weapons here in Astralis' hands. A little bit of it used over here towards Banana early on. Be quite the fight there. 3v2 on Banana. Meanwhile, at the back of Alt's going to be ZipX, just trying to put some spam towards the wall, potentially catch one of the ENCE players pushing up at apartments. It's Dupree that gets caught out. Sergey there with the M4. A little bit of a jump peek towards B. And Device somehow, some way wins that duel.
He's so
unbelievable.
Yeah, now there's B play coming through. The Molotov might just delay it. Glaive gets caught in that, and Sunny's able to remove him nice and easily. Now X7's come in as well, setting up on the coffins. Magis, while he does deal with one, he's very low, and Sunny is navigating this smoke to perfection. Isolates those fights into a series of 1v1s. And has now brought this down to just Magis. He tries to put in the numbers, but Sergey's gone through, and ENCE, they're going to take that second round here and now. Sunny delivering. And that's a good sign. I've wanted to see a lot more from Sunny since he joined this ENCE squad.
Yeah, it does seem like this project itself has just been a little sideways since, you know, obviously the departure of Alexi B. Sunny comes in. I don't think that they necessarily have found that footing yet. It just doesn't appeal.
Yeah.
That's one of the things, right, that I think is quite interesting, because you imagine for someone like Sunny, his stocks were like pretty high after leaving Mouse Sports. He was one of the go-to names that we were kind of talking about for top teams. And so when he joined this ENCE team, I think now there's a lot of pressure on him as an individual to keep the faith in the Sunny of old.
Dupree forgot his pistol. Glock. May as well just keep the knife out at that point. Glock sucks. But yeah, no, good point, Harriet. And to add on to that, Sunny, I mean, he was having one of his best years of his career before he joined this team. And again, similar to Sergey, that's sort of dropped off. But as Sergey said in the interview earlier, you know, they're using some of Alexi B's strategies because they haven't had time to, well, develop their own or whatever be the reason or excuse, however you look at it. But everyone is really in the same boat right now. Of course, the travel schedule was mad for 2019, but at least in 2020, on the bright side of the bad situation we're in is that, you know, more time at home gives more time for ENCE to prepare. And this could be the year that they resurge and get back up to the tip-top shape that we know they can have.
But it is a grind. Certainly this round has been that as well. 3 members for Astralis left alive, and they've recovered 1 in 4 of their towards the B site. Magisk is going to wield it. The bomb's going to catch up. A little under 40 seconds. Quite the crossfire here for ENCE. Going to be X7 and Alu to hold down this B site. The inevitable hit here from Astralis.
Yeah, Matt just keeping the deagle out. He wants that 1 bullet potential onto the player in the bomb site. He's within the insta headshot range of these M4s, so he's just taking the fight with the Deagle. X7.
Nice.
Oh, they're still not turning. They're still not looking, as they're still trying to deal with Alu, who does a great job of just hiding away at the back of the site and not offering himself up there. So a third round for ENCE, and we've seen a lot of these like smoke pushes yielding some results. This is what I'm on about. You know, these ENCE guys, they love a bit of chaos. They love to do the unexpected. So be sure to keep an eye on those CT smokes, because where we see a smoke, ENCE see a window of opportunity.
Yeah, Astralis should definitely lock that down once they start going for these B executes and they have rifles. You know, while you have players crossing towards pool, your last player should always be watching that smoke, always making sure that, you know, ENCE don't flash over from CT and get into the nitty gritty. But we're in it now, and gritty it is as smokes and molotovs down banana keep Astralis out of position. What is this? They're trying to silent boost up. That is sick. I love that. ENCE have no idea that someone's jumped up here now as a result, and Dupree is free to roam as he pleases. Just missed the timing. He almost got shot in the back of the head, but they just left Boiler and set up on this triple porch side. Oh, wow. Okay, they're just fine. They get out of it alive, but that looked like that could have been a double kill there. Bit of a weird one from Device.
Super weird. They still want to pressure this B site. They get ahead of the smoke. And when I say they, I'm talking about Glaive. Sunny playing second oranges. And Molotov is going to touch him just a little bit. 17 HP. A rush through the smoke itself. Is netted 2 kills for Astralis. They're going to get a bomb plant. 2v3, Harry.
Yeah, re-smoke for CT as well. Utility here for Astralis, and that's going to be so important when it comes to forcing these engagements. They'll keep this flashbang on Magisk a little bit longer. That's a banana smoke that gets thrown in from ENCE.
Wow.
Sergey's waiting behind this over at Banana, but this could prove to be a bit of a problem. He might have to go through it. I think they're trying to give the illusion that there's no one Banana side, right? So Zipnik's now holding this smoke, anticipates that's the case.
Oh my goodness.
It's messy. Sergey does get the 1 kill, but there's so little time. He's just looking to take Magisk down with the bomb. Magisk is already running, trying to get out of the bomb site, and he's gotten into the ruins. Should be far enough away. Oh, it just goes down there.
Very close.
And Astralis, a 4th round nonetheless. However, with everyone dying, that's fantastic there from Sergey to go ahead and do that to Astralis, because even if they get the win, the buy here is going to be garbage for the Astralis squad.
That's a really nice play from ENCE. They do that a lot, not specifically that smoke, but when you see them come in on these retakes towards B, what you are going to see is Sergey often, you know, coming in late from Banana, and I mean real late. I mean the last point of contact. You know, Astralis discounted that position because of the smoke, and it almost lost them the round. They got smoke spammed, but Sergey didn't go through it. It fades, and time is the savior for Astralis. But yeah, keep your eye on that. That won't be the last time we see Sergey late B on these flanks. Talking of flanks, Alu, he's almost behind enemy lines. He's pushed all the way down Banana. Glaive has doubled down the pace into middle as well, but the Molotov is there. He'll go right through it with the smoke blooming at his feet. Aerial stops him, and Device goes through a smoke. This whole game is pandemonium, and I would want nothing less. Dropping into the pit, the SMGs find success. Sergey on the site has to do it all, and that's not his best. The AWP gets dropped and retrieved by Astralis as they surely lock in a 5th round here. ENCE are still near about, though, to give it a look in.
Yeah, barring any disasters, this round is over, and there it is. They're going to go ahead and back out. ENCE going to hold on to these 2 rifles. Alu, though, he wants to get a little bit closer to the fire. And what did we learn about fire today, Harry?
Yeah, it burns you if you try and play with it. I learned that earlier on. And now Alu, he's actually just admiring it from a distance.
Are we going to see the Doja, but with a rifle, try and shoot these players in the back of the pit and then run away? Even just a bit of damage would do it. That grenade. Oh, budget Doja, we call that. He even dies to the bomb. No!
Wow, that is a new 1G sort of moment we just experienced right there. Unfortunate scenes for Alu. What doing?
Oh, dear. Let's have a look at this again. Then what happens? He moves just a little bit too early. Yeah. Oh, that's so unlucky. I mean, at that point, you may as well commit, right, and just go kill Magisk. But, you know, obviously didn't know there was even a player in the pit anyway, and he thought he could get away. Well, how wrong he was. A gun lost that would have been saved here for ENCE in this round. It's now down to Sunny to do the heavy lifting.
Oh, they pushed. Spams in, and they haven't heard anything connect. Sunny, gets dealt with there. So many players here for him to try and contend with, and the remaining 3, they're going to challenge Glaive. Glaive here, foaming at the mouth, excited to pad his stats with this AWP, but it could get out of hand, and indeed it will. That's now an AWP retrieved, and it's in the hands of Alu, exactly who you would want. Astralis, they're so focused on taking this AWP away. They feed another man to him, but the bomb's been retrieved now. That will go down.
I wonder if they delay this bomb plant because they want the kill. You could see them running at him, right? They didn't want to throw away the round, though. Once you give him 2 kills, that's when you're like, okay, yeah, maybe we should be careful and just guarantee we win this one. But I would have almost liked to see Astralis like trap Alu by taking some banana control, taking CT, knowing he's in B, and delaying the plant until you get that kill. Obviously, there are ways that can fall apart, but I'd imagine Astralis would have been able to get that frag. And if they knew his health right now, that might be an incentive to hunt. But also, 3 guns alive is a clean round for Astralis. And they'll take that instead. Give Alu the AWP, give him the chance. We know that he has rough games against Astralis. He struggled back on Dust 2 despite his team putting up a pretty strong game. I say his team like he's not part of that, obviously. Not the case. But he did struggle individually, and maybe with the AWP now saved on the CT side of Inferno, he could come to life. That being said, we have been seeing Sergej take the AWP away from Alu on the A side of Inferno quite a lot, even in the Pro League so far. So I wonder if that continues. Alu seems to be feeling it now, though, for today. He will be set up with a spawn towards A. He's actually doubling back on B. Yeah, that's more standard.
I'm pretty sure Gabi even commented on that. We even showed his tweet on the stream,
yeah, we did.
If I'm not mistaken. And, well, yeah, I mean, so the idea is there. The execution is there sometimes. But in this round, it's not going to be. Alu with AWP with the 4 rifles to the side of him.
Yeah, Molly fails. I think that was meant to be a bounce Molly off of the skybox that lands in the banana, but no bounce. And it will just explode in the air. Raining down death from above. Astralis is stalemate. They've got the top of banana. Device is waiting in the smoke for the fade. More and more players doing this as of late.
ENCE have gambled as well. They preemptively rotate Alu away from B, and they leave Sunny here alone. Usually you would kind of do this the other way around, right? Maybe rotate the rifle player away, have the AWP holding this B bomb site, but ENCE now getting pressured at B. That's going to prompt the return of Alu. But it's all a ruse. Astralis, they've dismantled this stack that was over at A by showing a modicum of presence over towards this B bomb site. Device still selling this fake, that bomb. Undecided for Astralis, but now rejoining the rest of the gang over in top mid. This double porch setup has to yield some results, and they needed more than that on the ENCE side. This mid control now belongs to Astralis. X7 is alone, and on the hay bales.
Ooh. It's a sea of smoke here on short as well. He can't see a thing. He's just waiting. Talking of waiting, Xyp9x, oh dear, that could have been a free kill. But instead, Alu gets Glaive and runs back. He checks the corner, but not close enough. And Xyp9x will eventually get his kill. Patience as...
Look at the problem we have on our hands here, though. X7 finding the kill on the Magist. The timer has ticked down. They do recover the bomb there towards CT spawn. Now it's going to be a 2-pronged approach here with under 10 seconds on the clock. They have to find this kill. They had to do it right there, and that is not a good thing here for Astralis. Doesn't even matter. That kill.
Yeah, Astralis making little mistakes that we haven't seen them make in quite some time, leaving it down to the last few seconds. It's unfortunate as well. Astralis, they don't know what we do, as they took 5 players up top B. If they just committed with a flat-out execute, they would have won the round there and then. So... yeah, just unfortunate little details here for Astralis, and the time not playing in their favor.
Yeah, I almost wonder, right, if that rotation of Alu back around, because, he was pretty vocal in that and was scoping in over towards CT. I wonder if maybe that shifted Astralis towards the A bomb site even more, right? Because they're not going to anticipate that that's the second B bomb site player returning. They could have imagined that that was a 3rd player in rotation to defend B. Aggression into the apartments, a bit of cat and mouse, and...
what?
Sergej.
Oh.
That's perfect.
Perfect. Well, here comes the fleur-de-lis of nades over the B site. Molotov slowing down the approach just a little bit. ENCE and Sunny will be holding on to the B site as it stands. All of Astralis here, though. Knocking on the door. Ooh. Sunny finds one, looks for a second. Molotov just to his left. He's going to have to go to second oranges. Oh. Can't hang out at new box. Running through the smoke from spawns. 7. Can't find anything with his USP. Oh, okay then.
Oh dear, this is a mess. Magist, he's going to drop 2 though in the site. No smoke on the CT spawn. They have none left. That bomb is in the pool at least, but do they even want to commit with the plant? They can't right now. The Molotov about to extinguish on the coffins. And Astralis, I like this. Just stay away. Play the crossfire. You've got both choke points covered, and ENCE, they've just got to wait it out. But hey, time, 30 seconds. ENCE, they can sit here. They can wait. The only question is, in the back of the mind of ENCE, is the bomb stuck in pool, or has it gotten down banana? They don't know that.
Yeah, we have a Finnish-Danish standoff. That's where we find ourselves on B on Inferno.
Nice from Device. 15 seconds again, the time, and the repeat from Alu is perfectly placed. ENCE, they're making this work. These smoke pushes, we're seeing weird stuff from Astralis. They get that molly down on Nubox, they force that player out, and no one capitalizes, no one peeks. CT smoked, they can fight, they can kill that player at the back of the site, and they let him buy so much time by just tucking into oranges. Glaive, as you saw, even spammed second oranges, and then got re-peaked and lost his life. Just a weird, I don't know, it doesn't seem like Astralis, but
yeah, and Matt, it's weird, because that's kind of been a trend with a few of these teams that have come in as big favorites. You know, think about Na'Vi as well. They've been prone to that clock running down and being a bit of a problem. Something about the online realm of Counter-Strike is slowing these teams down.
Na'Vi have never known to be fast, though.
That's true.
Different in-game leader, though. Ooh. You like pace, Harry? Well, you got someone long.
Zipnix is going to be there to get that trade, but meanwhile, fights have gone down in the bottom of Banana. This confidence from Alu as he goes aggressive, and now that bomb is in his sights. He's got control of it. It feels like ENCE are spending more time with the bomb than Astralis are as well. Like, there's been a few pushes where this bomb has been the first point of contact for Astralis, and that just feels like a big question mark. You know, like the Glaive round where they lose it down to time feels like a bit of a weird one, obviously, because there was that like setup with Zipnix and Glaive over in CT, and that one was a bit unfortunate. But there's been a few of these where, even thinking back to the round before last, where Dupree goes into the B bomb site, tries to open up, and he's the man with the bomb. The moments that's spotted, ENCE are just heavily rotating.
Magisk, second-ratest player in Inferno at big events. The Pit King, we know him. We love him. But right now, Astralis, I mean, you know, we're ragging on them a little bit. And this is 6-6. They're in a great position. You know, ultimately, they're fine for now. But cracks can't continue to show if they want to take this series with a 2-0. ENCE waiting in Banana. They have a man up top side. Alu is holding the line. Smoke is going to fade sooner rather than later, and Glaive waits inside of it. Astralis really have been abusing this, and I love it. They've always been on top of these little gimmicks, these little smoke plays. Molly in, Glaive has to commit now. Does he check the sandbags? Is he ready? No, he's playing anti-flash, and Alu just about takes him down. It gets close, but a kill is a kill, and ENCE, they have the advantage.
ENCE with the advantage, 4 versus 5. Just under a minute left on the clock. Here we have the setup from Sergey on the other side of the smoke that has faded. Real shallow waters here for him to mess up in. First peak is Magisk. Second is the lineup, and it's Zipnix that takes down Dupree in the midst of chaos.
Again, that bomb was the only one out in middle there. It's you know, it's not lost for Astralis, but it guarantees the fact that they're hitting A. Those rotations are already coming in because ENCE know this bomb is here, and Zipnix, he's got to do it all on his own. The ace clutch in a 1-on-3 going into the pit. X7's just going to spray away. He has looked so good with the MP9, using it on rifle rounds.
That's what I was about to say.
Guns.
They've been doing this a bit, investing in these SMGs.
And a lot of the time, we've been seeing them go through those smokes. X7, multiple times this game, has pushed through the CT smoke on those B executes that Astralis have shown us. We've seen him with the UMP there before. So, yeah, you know, ENCE playing around that. I really like that idea. Unfortunate team kill in this round, of course. But sometimes, you know, that happens.
Alu. He's been such a treat to watch over here towards B in this map, right? A real recovery from Dust 2. His pushes down Banana, his kind of knowledge as to when he can afford to go aggressive and when he can't has just felt next level. You know, so many of these rounds have been decided by information that Alu gets and kills that Alu gets on the back of his kind of timings over towards Banana.
But where do they channel these 3 grenades for the side of Astralis? It looks like they want to try to use that to maybe get themselves into one of these sites. If they naded towards CT spawn right now at B, They would find that of Alu.
The opportunities are endless. It's very hard to grenade into CT without peeking, though. You can boost on this wall, and that opens up a world of opportunity. Nading coffins, nading CT, nading all the oranges. And yeah, it's just a question of, you know, do Astralis have the right read here? They know ENCE have been playing CT. It's double CT right now. If they stay there and Astralis hit the nades, it could get saucy. But it's looking like oranges. We'll see. Yeah. Oh! Goodbye.
Good catch there from Sunny. Alu's going to try to get in front of this, and so far, so good. Shoots the smoke, finds one, looks for a third. They haven't given it to him just yet. It's very hurt, and the only one in the sight so far. 14 HP. He's going to back off a second orange. Just right over the top, though, goes Zipex.
Oh, it's a chunky spray. He's done some damage, but it's not closed the round. And Aerial might do it on his own, spamming back, not getting the kill on low ammo. Zipnix used all his bullets in spamming that CT smoke, and so he wasn't able to get that kill as X7 comes back into the site. Alu, nice spray through the smoke as well at the top of Banana, holding back against the eco of Astralis. I would have loved to see them just go right through it once they got that grenade kill, but a little bit timid, and it will cost them. They get a bomb plant, though. Good money for the last round of the half. And Alu, he's not been on the AWP too much, and he's really doing the work with the rifles. 14 kills, top of the server, joint with Zipnix. And now he's back on the AWP. We've got a second one to join him on the CT side.
Last round of the half.
Oh, Alu had the mid spawn there. He's going for that peak. He's running over towards middle, so let's see if this yields anything. He's just going to hold for this swing wide, and actually now goes looking into alt mid. Astralis giving a lot of respect away the AWP here.
That's the kind of peak that you can go for in a pro match, but you couldn't do in a pug without utility, because someone's running out mid every time.
Every time.
Every single time. But Astralis, yeah, they're not going to take that risk. They will hold off for the time being. This AWP is going to get found in the apartments. The question is, to whose benefit?
Oh, well, it's immediate answer there. ENCE taking the man advantage. The only way I feel like maybe Astralis can make something of this situation would be with a B play here and now, and that's only because we have all this information. But with both of these AWPs over on A, a double AWP retake of the B bomb site in round 15, not easy.
No.
And so with Astralis now grouping up over here towards Banana, they might be about to make the perfect decision to play against this investment from ENCE.
Uh-oh, here comes the barrage of utility. It's not double grenades, though. They don't have any of them. So Molotovs, we've got a full execute on this site. No one is committed inside apart from Sunny. A smoke could cut X7 out of the round, but we know he likes to push through them. 30 seconds. Tick-tock. It's time to go for Astralis. One smoke in. It's only a bait smoke, though. It's them trying to fake it out. Trying to force utility. Nothing comes from ENCE, so here comes the commitment.
Boy. Sunny getting caught with that Molotov in dark. He's going to go towards new box, and now being flashed off. He really has nowhere to peek. Doesn't know that they've already crossed the pool. And now it's going to be that of Astralis jumping into the site. Full HP and a full-on lineup there. Again, time really catching up, but the bomb will be planted.
Nice.
Even nicer. Sergey finds the device with the AK. Zipex, 1v2.
Ooh.
I'm not even really sure what just happened right there. It looks like a little bit of a love tap.
In the smoke, maybe getting a bit confused, getting a bit surprised. Zipnix knows they're both coming from CT, goes to the first kill. He continues to spray, and he shuts down the round. Astralis gets 7 at the end of the half. ENCE, though, still leading. They were after the first of Dust 2, and it didn't help them in the long run. Will that be the same case? Can Astralis pull it back? You're going to have to wait to see. Find out after the break.
Astralis' map pick of Inferno leads us into what was a pretty good showing for ENCE. Now, if you'll put that beanie back on, I can safely say that not everyone in chat can wear his hat, because only he can. Now, welcome back to the ESL Pro League Season 11, everyone. ENCE versus Astralis is where you find yourself. Second map, second half. Astralis do end up winning the first one on Dust 2. Very close, though. Really got down to the nitty-gritty. I'm with Harry and Hugo, and we're going to tell you all about it.
With a hat like that, Sergey looks like he's smurfing, but luckily, following the rules, you know, no hats on during tournament matches. Luckily, there's not really much to hear in their boot camp.
And, you know, hats off to ENCE after a good first half, 8-7. But this, as you said, Hugo, to round it out before we went to a break, this was the case back on Dust 2. And Glaive, already, come on, bit more. There's a third. That's 3 for Glaive, and now Magis to try and hold down the line. He's missed that smoke, so he's got to hit these shots, and that's no problem for Magis. Him and Glaive hold down B as Astralis tie things up immediately to begin this second half.
Oh my God, it doesn't get much worse than that. ENCE, they get absolutely battered up Banana, and some incredible shots from Glaive, the in-game leader, you know, just finding his form. And that's a great time for that to happen here for Astralis, doubling up 8-8. Equal situation now, and the chance to really skyrocket with these anti-eco rounds. Astralis have been all over the pistol rounds this series as well with the conversions. They've got 3 out of 4, only falling on the T side of Dust 2. But everywhere else, they've taken a 3-0 lead to start the half at bare minimum. Will this be the same?
Pushed by Zipex down Banana. A little bit of a crack in the smoke is going to leave X7 exposed.
Run! Juicy little double porch setup versus Glocks. This is going to, well, wipe the smile off ENCE's faces, that's for sure. And just like that, it's a done round. 5 alive, 9 on the board. Astralis, they take all the money with those SMGs. And now, bonus round. Astralis, how many guns, if any, will they upgrade? They have 1 rifle and 4 SMGs. GG bet odds, yeah, they speak for themselves.
They certainly do. Does seem a little bit skewed considering the score lines that were given through the first map. Now, even just Astralis finding some leeway here in the scoreboard. 1-7. 7-1.
Score lines are one thing, but actually having the cojones to take the map, to go over the line, to get that W, that's a whole different kettle of fish. And Astralis, they are boiling these sardines. Oh, double nades down there as well. Good utility damage from Astralis, minimal risk and massive reward. Sergey's down to 8.
Yeah, these MP9s still out in full force for Astralis, feeling inspired from the ENCE squad. Device gets caught with his though. Dupree trying to stay alive inside of the bomb site now, the only man remaining here for Astralis. He's got support from Zipnix, and while he draws the attention away, Dupree is able to strike down another. Narrowly still alive in that Molotov. No, not the time to miss the spray. And Glaive shutting him down there on the repeat. It's X7 alone, but this man's been good in the clutches thus far for ENCE. He's down in pit. They know where he is. Astralis are bringing nades out across the map.
Oof.
And they'll rinse ENCE down in that one there. No money left for the Finns, and so this should be Astralis expanding on this lead even more.
If you like grenades, just watch that entire round back. Astralis do so much utility damage. The double nades down mid, the Molotovs in apartments separating ENCE and the execute, and even the grenade in the pit to finish it off. It's an Astralis classic here. Alu, if he gets that kill, maybe the 2-on-2 is winnable, but without it, it's Astralis finding double digs. And ENCE, well, they've got to dig deep for some money, as their pockets have holes in them. It's down to the eco pistol armor as they wait for the loss bonus to kick in.
Why do you want holes in your pockets, Hugo?
You don't want holes in your pocket, Trace, because then the coins, they fall into your into your legs,
into your shoe.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, into the inner linings of your jeans.
So like your socks.
Yeah, I've had like lighters fall down into the bottom of my jeans. That's never fun.
When you're on camping trips, the only reason to have a lighter, right?
Yeah. No, I use flint and steel.
Okay.
I generate so much energy with the movement of my hands that...
Is that so? Harry, what do you think?
Well,
no comment, I guess.
Yeah, you know, I'm lost for words, honestly.
As you should be, given the outcome of that round. Astralis is really putting up to him. course, this should be a round that will be a little bit more convincing of a look here from ENCE. They're going to get some rifles.
I thought that was the
Yeah, no, me too. I was like, man, these sound effects are cool.
Sorry.
Oh, Alu, glass cannon AWP on the T side. That is a ballsy buy, and I love the confidence. Can it find the result, though? That's the question. Grenades from Astralis could really ruin his day. And, oh, he's ready for it. He's on the ang, but he hasn't seen the player with the AWP long side. Device lives to fight another day.
Battle for banana. Molotovs everywhere. The entire banana is on fire. You definitely don't want that. Glade pushing through. He's going to find some contact here in Aerial. He's going to find the first frag with the AK. They might try to capitalize on this. They might try to aggress B fast. They're going to use a Molotov to make sure they have complete control of banana. So far, Astralis has had to split their defense 2-2. This is an interesting thing here in the apartments here.
Yeah, this is where we're going to see dupreeh and Device try and reclaim some lost ground, try and get a bit of an advantage for Astralis to work with. Device now knows that advantage is there out the window. He is now left to fend for his life up in the apartments. He sees Sunny leap on by. He even caught a whiff of Alu there on that jump. Smoke goes in, and that's going to keep Device at bay, but that's a tiny gap. If I had faith in anyone to hit this shot, though, it would be this man. Zipnik's helping out. Alu in with the trade, and now it is just Device alone. Bomb's gone down, but he's got plenty of time to work with. Gonna get himself out towards short. Alu's down in the pit. Sunny's up on top of the boxes. This is a round where Device is somewhat relying. Yeah, if he was gonna go for this, he kind of needs one of these two players to make a mistake. And with that crossfire, with this position, this round feels undoable for Device.
It certainly is. He's gonna go ahead and get the hell out of here. Go towards library. Maybe he can catch ENCE leaving the site from there, but I think that they are a couple steps ahead and that they're gonna go through apartments and get out. So a ninth one for ENCE. Astralis looking really good up to that point. I just think some of the chaos probably caught up with them there in the site.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I think ENCE, they look so damn good when things get a little bit wild. Both Alu and Sergey combined for 6 of 6 opening duels won. So that's a huge stat. You know, we were talking about the impact of that back on Dust 2, how the openers were going in favor of ENCE, and they were able to find a lot of success on the back of it. Here on the T side, that's something Astralis really can't afford to have happen again. And that is what's been happening, at least in the last round. Alu's already gotten past this Molotov. Now with the smoke falling onto it, Astralis are going to expect a man to be deep, so Alu's not able to get any kind of cheese kills here from this aggression.
When you're talking about opening kills as well, Device is 1 and 4, which is a bit of a rarity in those fights. So that's why we've seen him in these last couple of rounds peer towards mid, but not go for those aggressive fights down towards the bottom of the hidey hole, the tunnel, I guess. Just holding long side, making sure he stays alive, making sure he keeps a 5-on-5 here for Astralis. And that's fine, that's respectable. If you're not winning those early duels, you might just want to sit back and relax, let your team pick up the slack. And, well, Zipnik's the complete opposite, 4-on-1. He's been doing that in this map so far, but he'll be avoided for the time being down towards B. ENCE, they've taken themselves towards middle. Now, one player still sits in banana, that's Sergey. So at any point, if ENCE decide they don't like what they see over on this A site, they can double back and run towards B.
Tons of utility left here for Astralis. Namely 2 Molotovs. They could potentially be using those at least to stop the plant, or at least thwart the idea of avenue of approach into the bomb site. There it is. There's one of them used towards porch, just to slow down. 20 seconds on the clock. This is where things start to speed up and get exciting. Magist playing from the bicycle position in the pit.
Ooh.
They're going to be coming up from the porch side right here, right now.
Chunky nade throwing in from dupreeh, and the bomb site. Bomb drops 7 seconds. The round's over. It can't be won, friends. Astralis have wasted that clock on down, and they've done enough. A 12th is on the board for the Danes. And that is where that reluctance to use utility without the probing, without any sign of ENCE showing their heads and keeping it into those final 30 seconds is so valuable for Astralis. And the utility bails them out of what could have been a dangerous round. So 12-9. ENCE, I feel like, you know, if you've just seen that much restraint, they now know that they've got to be more proactive in pressuring these positions and in baiting that utility out.
Yeah, I mean, Magis didn't even see anyone on short. He just waited till it hit 29 seconds, threw it out, and that was enough, I guess, at the end of the round to lose ENCE. ENCE. That was enough for ENCE to lose the round to time.
There we go. We got there. We got there.
I love how you just took a minute.
Sometimes
really took
you
a breath.
Compose yourself.
work out what the hell I'm trying to say. I don't know most of the time.
And you know why that all happened?
Why?
Because you didn't just wash your hands.
I used hand sanitizer after that last game.
Okay.
So
It's close.
enough.
It's a close substitute. We are looking at an A hit from ENCE again. Porch aggression, porch presence.
Porch people. Are you a porch person, Trace?
Do I like to sit on the porch?
I mean, whatever you make of a porch person. Maybe that's what it is.
Wow, yeah. I mean, you know, with questions like that.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's see, I
here's
mean-
the real question. We're looking at the A site, and when are ENCE going to commit to it?
Now.
Sort of take Wrap inside the Archer's device with the op, trained with it. It's going to take down Sunny with ease. No one's there to even answer.
Yeah, as you just said, right? He was 1-4 in opening duels, now 2-4. Finally able to open a round up with an advantage for Astralis. He is traded, but this has left him in a good spot. Alu and Sergey, the two players now that have to rise to the occasion. And with only 12 seconds, you are hoping for a hell of a lot and very, very quickly. Instead, it's not much, very, very slowly. ENCE are going to back out. They give this round up to Astralis. A gut-wrenching decision to have to make, but a necessary one for the ENCE guys.
That's back-to-back rounds that they've saved as well. We had that one with them, you know, taking the A site too late and keeping 3 alive. That was okay because luckily the two players that died, I think it was Sergey and Ariel, had enough money to reinvest. They could buy round those saved weapons that had 0 money because of, you know, surviving after time. Now they're not in such a pretty predicament because Sunny, Ariel, and X7, 3 deaths, most importantly, but secondly, they don't have the money to fully invest. So if you're ENCE, what the hell do you do? Some players on 0, some players on 37. You could just fully buy up and, you know, dig deep and try and win this round, but at the end of the day, you're not going to have everything you need. And if you lose it, you give Astralis 14. It's a very rough decision. A buy is probably just the option they're going to go for because, you know, up against 13. But neither answer is wrong, really.
What is more important is what's going on in this U.S. Air Force tactical timeout. Astralis sitting pretty, while ENCE letting these rounds slip away. It's going to eventually lead Astralis into this dub.
Well, they half buy. They saved some money for a rainy day, and the rest of it on the orb on this AK is saved. How much can these two guns do for ENCE? They run through the banana smoke again. Doesn't matter what half they're in. They're going to push these smokes like they're not even there. Zipnix is there, though, and he's going to hold his own. Bomb getting dropped by ENCE. That's a big mistake, as now Astralis hold domain over that package. Oh, dear, device doesn't click, and he gets shot in the face. Sergey with that kill, but just continuing to lay down damage, and through the smoke, as they try to escape, they lose the bomb. Zipnix on their tail. Sergey trying to get himself back into this round, and it's just not going to happen. Zipnix is a god. Dupree was storming through the last map with 33 kills. Well, Zipnix is on 27 right now.
Yeah, they're just taking it in turns. You know, tomorrow, maybe we have Glaive dropping 30.
Maybe.
That's the problem, though. This is where, you know, like saving CT side is great, but the T side saves back-to-back, Hugo, as you pointed out, has left ENCE in a rough spot. Not one that you're going to envy anytime soon. They've gone for this investment. Rifles across the board, but a couple of Galils cropping up. Definitely less than ideal. Kind of puts them on level pegging with these M4s, but that first kill comes in there from X7. A man advantage gained for ENCE as the kill is offered up by Dupree. And as we've seen, whenever ENCE have been able to take this, their conversion rate for these has been fantastic. So now they just slow right down. They know the pressure is no longer on their shoulders. Instead, It lies with Astralis.
Oh, I was going to say a good gamble from Astralis. They peel a third player towards A. ENCE haven't been hitting B much in this game, but they re-decide. Zipnik's switching back up. He comes towards A late eventually, but at this point, ENCE are already making their move. He's here on long. Resmoke from Device. There's so many points of view to watch at the same time. So many fights across this map. And ENCE actually might duck dive and weave their way towards the B site. They've got long, they've got CT, and the bomb is coming as well. Device trying to kill the lurker. Magiska's spotted this, but he's also given away the fact that he knows Glaive has to hold his own on his own, and he starts off with one. The smoke spam on Sunny does a good bit of damage, but he's alone on this B site. And if he goes through here, Sergey's on the other side. But oh, this is crazy.
Oh.
He could stop this bomb.
Yeah, it's close. It's not pretty, but he's just missed the timing and he knows it. They've gotten that bomb in towards A. X7's already posted up on long aggressively, and Glaive bites the dust. ENCE reach double digits. X7 coming in with 3 huge kills there, and a nice bit of on-the-fly decision-making from ENCE as they go back and forth, exploring every avenue of this map.
At big events of all time, Astralis hold the most round wins, 57% of all teams on Inferno. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Best team of 2019, so...
Some say the best team of all time.
Yeah. Those people would be correct.
Meanwhile, things are looking a little less tense for ENCE. We're going to see some pistols out here for Astralis.
Taste of their own medicine, maybe.
Oof, look at that. The return grenade, though.
Yeah.
Does net them some pretty sweet damage. Going to continue to do just that.
And they still have smokes. Astralis can stall this round. It's not, you know, 5 alive with 5 smokes, which would be great, but there's one dropped on the ground there. Just, or throw yours out, pick that one up. Yeah, buddy. That's a little
rolling
upgrade.
to him.
Yeah. Magnet smokes. New update, didn't you see?
Hold on now. Let's not give anyone any ideas.
For just $100 more. Oh, Dupree shut down, and this pistol round from Astralis, this partial investment.
Nice.
Drawing to a close. They've got this 2 versus 3. They do drop the bomb with that kill, but they're not going for this one. You can already see Magisk falling away. He's going to try and grab some of these rifles that were dropped. Oh, actually, no, sorry, they weren't on over towards Banana. He's actually just going to wrap all the way around, try and find something. Device. Still here. That bomb only just going down now. They want to get their hands on these AKs, and Device has been able to retrieve one. So he's bugging out. That's the thing though, ENCE, they can't keep this fast pace up now because Astralis are going to have all their utility in this round. They made damn sure of that, taking this eco here. You know, not wanting to get this out of their hands. It is going to be a grind for ENCE if they want this comeback to be a reality. But, you know, considering the context of everything, considering how their money was in a really rough spot, right? They go into one of these rounds with 2 Galils and rifles up against 14. This is now a very, very good spot to be in. ENCE, they've dug themselves out of that awkward hole they were in. And they've built up a bank account. You know, it's not going to be like Dust 2 where it all falls apart in those final stages because of your awkward economic decisions and problems that have come your way. That's no longer the danger. Device. Orpless, as he's been gifted this AK. Smoke scared out of him early, and he's going to hide close. Sunny. X7 attempting this default, trying to grab apartments control. Nobody here challenging for the Astralis side, so this is a free apartments for the Finns. Magisk, ready and waiting. They get out into top middle. Now, Device is on the arch side. But is he ready for players to be this deep? Oh, aerial. Quick flick round. Deals with Device. Magisk. Pressure's on now as the flash goes in. He's got to concede a bit of control. Dupree, in response, wasn't safe at short. He has to go aggressive, and so As he comes back to try and help his teammate out, he gets dropped as well. It's a save.
Magist dies there with so much utility in his arsenal. Certainly there could have been something done with it, but I guess, too, when there's a little bit of a panicky moment, you got to back out and ultimately give another round to ENCE, the 12th one to be exact.
Yeah, this is getting scary as well. ENCE keeping players alive in these rounds, so they're starting to build up a bank as well, assuming they keep 3 here, which should be a guarantee. That means as Astralis' money starts to topple off the edge, ENCE only builds, and that's going to be great for, you know, fighting back if Astralis do manage to pick up that map and series point. Glaive is all that stands here. If he peeks, he might just lose his life. He does get the wallbang, but there's one more in hot pursuit.
Oh
nice flick.
God.
He gets the dink. 10 HP on Sergey, but it is not enough to stay alive. And those are all the guns gone for Astralis, and a really nice round for ENCE.
I would say that they placed second at IEM Katowice 2019, not 2020. But didn't want to be the bearer of bad news. Either way, there you have it. We did see ENCE once upon a time go to a grand final of a major.
And lose to this very same team.
Sometimes it's the way she goes, way of the road.
And they're in a position where, you know, okay, Astralis may have 14, but, you know, this is surely a free round. ENCE are going to be just behind. And this T side has looked good so far. Alu dealing eventually with a man in the sandbags. The Molotov slows him down. It actually kills Zipnix as well. He walks into it. Unfortunate. They might not expect a third player here, but with the USP, little value from this pistol, and Sergey can quickly tap him down. It's another round for ENCE. 13 on the board. It's dupreeh and Divisive to make it expensive, but the only expensive cost is going to be the dentures dupreeh needs after getting his teeth blown out of his face.
So eloquently said. Such a mental image. Very vivid. Sort of like the scoreline that is now almost equalized, 13-14. We have ourselves a little game, don't we, Harry Russell?
Oh, we certainly do. And this here could be the comeback from ENCE about to reach its dramatic conclusion, because if they get this round, if they tie it up 14-14, Astralis are going to find themselves in a very, very horrid spot.
They find themselves where ENCE were back on Dust 2, choosing to play for overtime. Astralis might have to make that same gut-wrenching call. It's never fun to make, but hey, ENCE went for it back on Dust 2. It didn't pay off, but that could be the world we're in, Harry. What a crazy situation.
AWP flick from Device just finds X7. Aerial, not many frags in this game, but he's able to shut down Device in that motion. Meanwhile, Sergey doing a little bit of the same thing, which does leave not much map control for ENCE. Push down banana is going to be that of Zipex. Wants to stay ahead of the fight. Just 3 players alive here for Astralis, 4 for ENCE. Sergey on 12 HP. Both ops still in play here as dupreeh has picked up Device's fallen op.
Since I said Zipex's name 3 or 4 rounds ago about how many kills he hasn't had a kill since, and this round will be the same. He's still on 27. You know, can't blame one man, but
we can blame you.
It's an unfortunate time to slow down because ENCE, they've sped up and now holding this default 2-2 right now, trying to fake out the B site. It's not going to draw a rotation, but just trying to hold his own. He does get a kill, and ENCE bailing back towards A into dupreeh. He could be the hero that Astralis need.
Oh, the
goodness.
double peek, the timing on that. Just as he scopes in, Sunny able to remove him. Magisk now, 1 versus 3. The bomb's already down. He likely doesn't even want to attempt this. Oh, but hang on. Aerial's gone away from the bomb site. Magisk is still creeping in here, and he's looking to do something tricky.
Uh-oh.
But it might just be that 1 kill. He's anticipating the re-peek, and it's not going to come through. He bows out of the round. That's a 14th for ENCE. Now tying this up at 14 all. Astralis are in the same position that ENCE were on Dust 2. Do they eco this next round, or do they try and force the issue?
These kills don't make any difference, really, apart from giving Magisk, you know, an AK and $600 more. ENCE, they're rolling in money. They have filled their bathtub with coins. It's actually quite heavy. Go lie on top of them.
We're gonna use this tactical timeout to talk about that. Do you lie on top of the coins or do you lie underneath?
I feel like you go to a bank, you exchange the coins for notes, and then you lie in the notes. But you know, it depends how much money you have.
Now, just how many germs would you say are approximately located in this one bathtub alone, no matter what it is?
I mean, I've heard what traces. Not you. Don't look at me like that. What the traces are on the US dollars? I've heard there's a lot of dirty stuff on them.
Money is dirty.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where it's from.
So that's why if you do get in a money bath, you should add a healthy amount of water to it to get rid of all those
Not
germs.
if it's notes, though, because then you've just got paper mache.
Still worth something to somebody. And maybe that's like the next hype beast move. You know, like you create a sculpture, a paper mache sculpture out of thousands of dollars.
I mean, right now, the most expensive thing in the world is toilet paper. So, you know, I guess that is the world we're living in.
Well, it's time to wipe this one down and take a look at round number 29, Harry.
Playing for OT.
Yeah, ENCE, they've certainly got the paper in high supply over here on this T side. Same cannot be said for Astralis. They've taken a partial investment with Magisk even dropping a UMP into the fold. But this is, oh, look at this timing. Look at this position. Sunny and X7 have pushed all the way through mid. And this is while that porch boost was in effect. They've completely bypassed this hold. And Astralis have absolutely no idea.
Oh, Glaive just checked it and he didn't see them. Oh, that's going to be, you know, wrong confirmations for Astralis. They think spawn's clear, and boy, do they not even know. Glaive's going to get picked up. Second man on the boost. Xyp9x, 27 kills. Can he stand tall?
One down, a lot more to go, and that's the end of his journey there. Magisk on this rotation down through Banana, that one rifle that they had in this round, arriving to the party, but it's too late. Should have RSVP'd a little bit sooner. The doors are closed, and he's been turned away. It's a 15th round for ENCE. They're going to take it. Astralis, they've got to compete for overtime here.
That could just be a contact play that works out wonderfully for ENCE, but somewhat of it, you know, makes me feel like it's a bit of a read, right? They know Astralis are playing for OT. They know the money's a bit dog, and Astralis have pistols. And so ENCE make the call that, okay, Astralis are playing heavy in the apartments, and as a result can get up long for free and completely outflank this team. You know, that's a big call to make in round number 29. And it might be worth its weight in gold. It might be sending us to a third map of Overpass, a map that Astralis have recently lost here in the Pro League to NIP on the opening day of this group. So they are beatable.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There is a chance, Trace. Those GG bet odds are 8 or 9 for ENCE to the 1.04 of Astralis. Certainly seem like they're slipping away right now. But Astralis eco for this. They've been waiting for this final round, number 30, to bring it into overtime, to make us work for it, and they're going to call in a US Air Force tactical timeout before they do so.
That they are. Good on them. This would probably be the most pivotal time to do it. They lose this, we go to overpass. They win it, we go to OT.
Who's your money on, Trace? Final round.
You know...
Oh, dear.
After this look that I'm seeing right here, not entirely sure. I would say that ENCE are certainly on a scale right now, but a scale of 1 to 10 perhaps, not 2. Now, I know you can hear us. I know you're watching. So hello, friend. You see what the instructions say, and let's see what that number is when you reveal it. Now, with regard to this last round, you know, I don't know. You look at ENCE, they have been on a tear. They've really been running around doing whatever it is they need to, dictating the pace, dictating the plants, and ultimately this map, if they are to pick up this one. So perhaps Astralis can turn it around right here. Xyp9x on 28 frags. They're going to play heavy A early in this round. Astralis not messing around with the idea of A anymore being a vulnerability.
Yeah, this is such a gamble, though, to just completely leave a solo B player when you have full utility. You could have gone for a banana take. You could have tried to force the fight onto ENCE, and they might just execute into a flat B site. That Molotov won't matter. They're already ahead of it. Xyp9x, he's got to do it all. Miss flashbang. The grenade coming in too late. They're already crossed towards the pool, and they are going to dig him under. Oh dear, ENCE, the perfect reason, back-to-back rounds. They clear long in the previous, they go into B with a solo setup, and Astralis have to retake, or we're going to overpass.
Yeah, 4-on-5, a man down in the retake, and ENCE are keen on taking these fights. Both Alu and Sunny are taking these peaks and fighting over the smokes. They've extended the man advantage even further as a result. Astralis, this would be unreal, but as is kind of the nature of these rounds, you're not anticipated to win, but Dupree maybe has given them a chance.
Surely
He
not.
might have given them more than a chance. Clave's done damage, and now the bomb, they tap it, and now they're on it. They're sticking it. Dupree's gone, and the round goes the way of ENCE. They get 16. We're going to a third map. The fight continues. A sigh of relief.